Hi guys, my name's Bex and welcome to my channel, and today we are going to be talking about books. Or book. We are going to be talking about book. And the book we will be talking about is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J Maas. So this is going to be my first ever review on my channel, so let me first throw out an apology if it's shit. Sorry, but I'm going to be going to review one of my recent reads, and if it all goes well, I might review more. As some of you may know, I do review on my blog, bexandbooks.wordpress, but I feel like I write better than I do speaking. So when I try to do one of these before, it's really just, it's me rambling and babbling on about nothing. Basically, you get nothing done. So what I'm going to try to do today, I'm going to get out all my thoughts on ACOTAR, and hopefully you enjoy. So let's get straight into the review. So, fair warning, the first half of this review will contain no spoilers, and then I will let you know when the spoilers will be starting. So if you have not read A Court of Thorns and Roses, you can leave. So, A Court of Thorns and Roses was published on the 5th of May 2015, and I have finally got around to reading this one after so many people just telling me to jump right into this series. So, A Court of Thorns and Roses is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and it's absolutely fantastic. The story follows Feyre, who is a huntress, and she's basically providing for her family. Her dad's injured, her sisters are useless. She's in the woods one day, her family is starving, and basically she kills a wolf, which turns out to be something a lot more. And for the life of this magical creature, basically a beast comes and takes her from her home into this like Fey land that he lives in. Her captor is Tamlin, and she is taken to the Spring Court, where she is to live out her life for the life that she stole. I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars. It deserved every single one of them, although I hear ACOMAP's better. I'm skeptical. I'm very skeptical. It's a really, really good Beauty and the Beast retelling. I've never actually read a Beauty and the Beast retelling, but this was an exceptional one. Sarah J Maas is an amazing writer. This is the first book I have read of Sarah J Maas, so that might be weird to you guys as well. She really writes lyrically and beautifully and descriptive. You can see the fairy realm and how beautiful it actually was through her words, and that's what was so exciting about it. I was really skeptical when I started this book. I've heard so much hype, and I get a bit, you know, funny when hype's surrounding a book, because you don't know whether it's going to live up to the hype or you're just going to get overexcited for a book that falls short. But this book definitely didn't fall short. Hype's real. I've joined the hype train. I loved every second of this book. I loved the descriptions, I loved the characters, I loved the adventure, and I would happily live in the fairy realm in the Spring Court. I guess my favourite part about this book is the characters. The characters are absolutely phenomenal. Every character was different, every character was beautiful, every character had different backstories, and I just can't wait to explore further in the next one all the other things. Like, you don't hear much about Rhysand in this one, which everyone's like, oh, Rhysand, but you don't hear, like, you don't get too much detail into him in this book, so I can't wait to hear a little bit more about him. At this point, I don't think I'm going to go into any more detail. Before I say goodbye to all you non-spoilery people, I do not recommend this for younger readers, and especially not the next one, which I've heard about some things. So if you're a younger reader, don't read it just yet. This isn't YA. This isn't at all YA. Mature audiences should read this. So if you have not read this book, go read it and then come back to me. We'll have a discussion about it. I want to hear your feels. So yes, bye everyone that hasn't read it. To the people who have read this, since I know you're of a mature nature, because this book's mature. What the fuck? This book was fantastic. As I mentioned before, I was skeptical. I was like, Sarah J Maas, are you all that? Yes. Yes, she is all that. There's really one person I really want to talk about. That's Tamlin. Now, I loved him. I think he was fantastic. My heart broke a little bit when I found out that he was under a spell, and I was like, do you really love her then, Tamlin? That's my question. Do you really like her, or are you just playing it because you got a shitty spell on you? So I feel like we'll investigate that maybe further in the next book. I still loved this ship. I'm still on the Phelan ship. I'm sitting on it. I'm probably driving it because I feel like I'm alone. So I'm on the Phelan ship alone, shipping across the ocean. And I don't like being alone on my ship because I feel like I can't talk about it with anyone because all you'd be like, nah, Beck, you don't know. I just don't know how we're gonna get from this, whereas, look, we're all happy we're going back to the Spring Court, to where the F is Tamlin. Where's Tamlin? What happened to Tamlin? What did he do that was so bad that she was like, nope? And goes with someone like Rhysand, who was a complete dick through this book. Everyone's like, oh no, he wasn't a dick. He was. He played with her mind. Like, he like jumped in there. No, Rhysand. You might be sexy as sin, as I assume you are, but I just don't know how we got to this point. So that's my main piece of confusion, I guess. Favourite characters. Tamlin, Lucian. I liked Feyre. Sometimes she was a bit painful, like when someone tells you to not come out of your room, don't come out of your room. Like, oh no, I'm gonna go investigate. What were you thinking, you silly bugger? I'm not gonna lie, I've seen scary movies, and if someone says, hey babe, don't come out of your room tonight, creepy shit going on, I'm not gonna jump out of my room tonight, because creepy shit's going on. Like, I'll be safe in my room, you're good, because next minute, Tamlin's a freaking wolf, crazy kinky shit's going on. There were funny moments in this book which I loved. I loved the night after the bite situation. The next morning, they're like having a good chuckle, and Tamlin was all like, he was all like sass, he was all like, told her not to come out of her room, what can you do? And I was like, yes, love you. Anyway, Phelan lived the ship, running the ship alone. Let me talk about characters I didn't like for a minute. Feyre's sisters. Hated them. They were just horrible. Like, she was feeding the family. Let's go sell the skin for something awesome for me. Like, are you out there, are you honestly out there shooting wolves with your bow and arrow? No, then get the fuck back, and there is no coat for you, my friend. I don't know. I just don't know about this. I don't know about the sisters. Do we hear about them in the next book? That's a good question. I guess where I was sitting after this book is not really wanting to move on to A Court of Mist and Fury. I haven't changed my mind. People changed my mind. So Jade from JD Reads and Maddie from Matron Reads Books have convinced me to read this. I shall. I'm hoping to get to it this month, if not February. I feel like it closed off so nicely. Like, it was really complete. Like, the ending I was happy with, you know, the pacing, I felt like it was really, really, really good. And I was just pretty content after finishing it. So I didn't know whether I wanted to move on to A Court of Mist and Fury because I was just really satisfied with this. Maddie and Jade say yeah, so I'm gonna move on to it, and we'll just see if my heart breaks a little with whatever Tamlin does. If you're reading this and you've already read Akama, if you're sitting there like, rookie. I really fell in love with him in this one, and I feel like we've got to go through a whole like Rhysand restructure for me to feel cool for all the shit he did, you know what I mean? So yeah, I liked the funny moments, I liked the interactions, not just with Tamlin and Feyre, but with Lucian as well. I found him really amusing. I hope he's in the next one because he is probably one of my favourite characters. He was just real cool. I didn't give it 5 out of 5 stars. I remember now. Sorry, I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars because I knocked a star off the predictability. Obviously, it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and I think it really stuck true to that because at the end, you're like, when she's in the game against Amarantha and she doesn't get the riddle, I'm sitting there going, it's love. Like it's love. What were you thinking? You went through all of that to be like, oh, I don't know it, and it was love. We know it's love. Did everyone else know it was love? Like, did anyone else reading it go, it's love? Dumb. But not dumb, but like dumb that Feyre didn't get it, sort of thing. So I did knock half a star out for this. So 4.5 out of stars for A Court of Thorns and Roses. My favourite quote was, don't feel bad for one moment about doing what brings you joy. And I love that. I think this was a really action-packed book with so many sweet moments that I enjoyed. Definitely going to move on to the next one because I've been convinced. But let me know your thoughts about A Court of Thorns and Roses below. Let me know if you have read it and moved on to A Court of Mist and Fury, or if you're stuck over here on my ship with me, which it would be nice to know if I'm not alone. Definitely talk to me about this book. Tell me your favourite moment. Mine was the ending. I think it really just rounded everything off. Like, it was really complete. And that is all from me today with my review of Court of Thorns and Roses, and I really, really hope you enjoyed it and this wasn't as shit as I thought it was going to be. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you like this video, and subscribe if you would like to see more and haven't already. Let me know down below if you liked my review and if you'd like me to do these more often. I hope you're having a good Christmas break if you're getting a Christmas break, and I will see you guys really, really soon. Bye!